Hello everyone, welcome back to our Google ADK series. So in this chapter we are going to repeat the same setup process we followed in chapter number 3, but this time with different backend technology. Previously we install and configure Google ADK using Python. So we covered all the required installation steps, project creation and how to run the agent through command prompt and using localhost UI. So now we are going to follow the same step-by-step process, but instead of Python, we'll use TypeScript as our backend technology. Why TypeScript? Because most of developer today comes from JavaScript background and many are more comfortable working with TypeScript in modern application. That's why I decided to cover the installation process again using TypeScript so that JavaScript developer can follow along easily. You can understand how Google ADK works in both the environments and you can choose the technology that best fits to your workflow. So in fact, in our upcoming chapter, we'll mostly use the TypeScript to build and achieve our final project goal. So in this video, we'll check all the required steps or which is required for setuping the Google ADK for TypeScript setup. Then we'll install Google ADK using TypeScript environment and create a default ADK projects and run the agent using command prompt, as well as will launch through the localhost web interface. So since we have already understand the core concept from Python setup, this chapter will be much smoother and more focused on the implementation differences. So without wasting any time, let's get started to set up Google ADK using TypeScript in our local system. So now this is the official documentation where we will see the all the required steps to download or set up the Google ADK. So in the previous chapter, we started with, or we done this installation with using Python, but now in this chapter we'll start with the TypeScript. So we'll follow the required step which is required using the TypeScript, and then once we click, then we'll be navigating to this page, and then here we'll use or we'll follow the each and every step which is required to set up the Google ADK using TypeScript. So we'll follow the steps one by one, and then we'll copy these commands and follow each and every instructions to set up the Google ADK using backend technology, that is TypeScript. So I have already set up the project in my VS Code. So rather than creating the folder structure, we'll just jump to the VS Code and we'll start the installation process using some npm commands which is required to install the packages. So let's jump to the VS Code and copy this npm init yes, or you can do that npm init -y. So it will create the package.json file with required or some default configuration. So you can see that the package.json is getting created, and you can see this is the default configuration that is created once we hit this command. So now let's copy this npm install dev tool with ADK, and once we hit this, so it will start downloading the required packages. It will take some time to download each and every package which is required to run the Google ADK using this TypeScript. So once that is done, then we'll set to run, or we will set to create the agent, and we'll follow again the same step that we follow in the previous chapter. So once that is done, then we'll quickly jump to the next installation step, that is, so we'll copy this command and we'll again go back and then hit this command to the our VS Code. We'll hit on here, so it will again start downloading the required packages, and once that is done, then we are set to create the agent. So now you can see we have successfully installed the package. Let me clear this one, and then again, then here we'll init the, or it will download the TypeScript, and then once that is done, then we'll again clear the terminal. And now here what we'll do, we'll again follow the same documentation, and then we'll create the agent.ts file inside our root directory or root folder. So we'll create this agent.ts file, and then we'll copy the same code and we'll paste it inside, or we'll create a separate file and then we'll put that code inside this. So here what I'll do, I'll create one separate file, that agent.ts, and then we'll simply paste the copied code over here, and here we'll use the same function that we use like get current time, and then accordingly we'll return the response as a response back to the user. So now here let's understand the code that we created. So here we again created the same function, that get current time, using the TypeScript, and it will take a string and then it returns the output using the city that we pass as a string, and it will simply return the hard-coded value with status code success, and it returns the current time in the city that we provided. The time is 10:30 a.m. So we'll return this hard-coded value. So once we hit or once we enter any value in the agent through command prompt or through localhost, then it will return the output. And then this root agent is created, and we use the model that is Gemini 2.5 Flash. And then here we'll use the same process that we follow in the previous chapter, like we'll use the tool that is get current time functions, and it will automatically call that function and return the output that we set as a context. So in this chapter, I will not cover the how to create the or how to set up the API key in using Google Studio. So we have already covered in the previous chapter. So we'll following the same step and added the API key in .env file in this chapter also, or for using this TypeScript also. So I'll simply run the command to start the agent, and once we click, then you can see that it is starting our agent, and then agent or our agent is running. You can see that on the screen. So now here what we'll do, we'll ask question like what can you do, and you can see that according to our questions it returns the answer like I can tell you the current time in a specified city. We'll ask a question like what time it is in Pune, and then according to our question or the user's input, it returns, let me show you, it returns the current time in the Pune is 10:30 a.m. that we set or get current time function, that the context that we set or the hard-coded value that we set, according to that it returns the same output. So this is the function, and here we set according to the city that we enter, it returns this output. So now let me exit. It will clear the terminal. Let me clear one more time, and then we'll simply go to run the web interface to see how this agent work on the localhost web interface. So simply we'll run this command, and then once we click, then our agent is running on this localhost. So let me simply copy this one. Once we hit, then it will web interface is running like Google Agent Development Kit and all the required things that is automatically up. The session ID is getting created for our this instant, and we'll ask like what can you do, and it again follow the same step and returns. So once you can see, once we click on this, and it is these are the things that happens at the background. So how the get current time function is getting called and what type of things that happens. So we'll cover everything, all the things or all the layer that happens at the background in the architectural flow. So we'll cover everything, but now here is this video is only for setting up the Google ADK using TypeScript, so we'll not cover that part. So again we'll ask question what time it is in Mumbai, and according to our specified city, you can see that it calls the get current time and it returns the current time in Mumbai is 10:30 a.m. So in this way you can set up this Google ADK using the backend technology TypeScript as well as Python. So in this way we can successfully complete the full setup of Google ADK using TypeScript. Then we create our own agent and start experimenting with it. Now we are just installing the framework. So with the help of that, we can create a custom agents, modify their behavior, test them in real time, and start building practical use cases. So far in this series, we covered the agenda or the roadmap for this series, where we covered or where we explain what things that we are going to follow in this series. Then in the chapter number 2, we understand the overview of Google ADK. Then chapter 3, we set up the Google ADK using Python. And in this chapter, we set up the Google ADK using backend technology, that is TypeScript. So now that the setup part is complete, it's time to go deeper. So in the next chapter, we'll focus on understanding how these agents actually work behind the scenes, and we'll go into the background concept, architectural flow, and deeper demonstration to build a strong foundation. And after that, we gradually move to our main goal, that is cross cloud automation. Using Google ADK will work step by step towards creating and managing Azure services through agent-based automation. So if you found this video very helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. And as I always say, keep learning, happy coding, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day.